Hey everyone, so I had an idea. I'm going to start a series where I am going to go back and look at all of the really ridiculously detailed fan art that I did for bands around like 2015 through like 2018 or so, and then I kind of stopped. Yeah, I used to make a lot of really detailed band fan art for whatever reason. Two things. One, they're really cool and I want to talk about them. Two, I feel like, unfortunately, some of the fan art that I did for these bands is some of my best work ever, and I don't really get to show it that much anymore because I'm trying to like promote my own art instead of fan art. Let's go through these. These are fun. I got my screen recording. First, we're going to talk about Ghost. First, what we're going to look at is what I feel like most people who are familiar with my band fan art, which is like one person, my friend Juan. This one we're looking at, this is the first one we're going to talk about. This is by far my most famous, most ripped off, most stolen Ghost fan art. And this was the poster that I did for, you can't even read like when the concert is. So in all like seriousness and in all practicality, this is a terrible show poster. You can't even tell what the day is, what bands, what are the other bands. It just says Ghost. When was that? Okay, that was April 19th, 2016 in Bloomington, Illinois at the Castle Theater. I did go to that show and I was a nun at that show. Insert me being a nun here. But I got to be a nun at that show and it was really, really fun. It was my first time being a sister of sin, and I got to do it twice, and it was really cool. So this one is for Bloomington, Illinois, which I'm from Illinois, and I couldn't believe that Ghost was playing at the Castle Theater, which is, you know, downtown in my college days, where like all the college bars were that I went to in college. So I was like, I have to do a poster for this, and I think this is one of my absolute favorites, and I feel like everyone else really liked it a lot too. Like I used to be pretty involved with like the Ghost fandom on like Facebook and like forums and stuff. And yeah, I feel like everyone really liked this. I will say that everyone hated the colors. For some reason, everyone just absolutely hated the colors of this poster, which like looking at it, I could understand why maybe people weren't super into it, but I was kind of trying to do like a complementary color red into like this really kind of gross putrid green. So I'm like fading those colors into each other, and it's, you know, has red here and then it's kind of like browny orange, gross, disgusting, but like kind of complementary colors without being like obvious complementary colors, like without being like Christmas red and green. I like to do a lot of stuff like that. This poster, obviously, you know, we got Papa 3 and we had the then Ghouls that were in the lineup currently during that 2016 show before we had the first major big lineup change, which only the homies will know what I'm talking about. The very first like big deal lineup change happened in 2016, but this was the tour before that happened. Yeah, and I think, honestly, I just wanted to do a Ghost rose window, which are really easy to do in Illustrator. You just make, like, you know, one of these little things, like this is a thing right here, or like, see here, right, this here is a thing, and then you just repeat it, like, however many times to, like, make a full circle. I don't know how many are in here, probably, like, 12 or something. I don't know. I love Catholic art. I love stained glass art. I love rose windows. I think rose windows are so cool. I love stained glass, like making things that are like fake stained glass. So like if we go down here, you can see I did, what is that? What is that? Alexis. Sorry, that's a mistake. That's not supposed to be there. But anyway, fake stained glass window kind of panel for each ghoul. And as you can see, I kind of copy and pasted, and also like I reused ghoul masks that I had drawn over and over and over again, because I don't know if anyone else had this problem, like any other people who were drawing fan art during like the Meliora phase. Like these masks, like the ones without the mouth and the horns and the silverness, you know, the OG silver masks that were first introduced when Meliora first came out and Papa 3 first came out. For some reason, they were so hard for me to draw. I don't know why. They're just, like, they're not that odd looking, but there's just things about them that I feel like make them very specific. And if you don't draw them, like, just right, they will just look so wrong. So I reuse these a lot. As you can see, like, but like these are all different ghouls that are differentiated by their symbols that are back behind them, but these are all the same masks. Work harder, not smarter. Also, no one was paying me for these. I was just doing these because I was bored and didn't have a boyfriend or hardly any friends. So I was just sitting here drawing ghouls like a nerd. But anyway, yeah, so these are the Meliora masks. You know, we got like some satanic symbols, and also, if you're familiar with the lore of Meliora, is that the art style that came with that album was Art Deco, which I hate Art Deco. I don't like Art Deco. I like Art Nouveau. Art Deco is very sharp, angular, based on like architecture and things like that. Art Nouveau is more flowy and based off of nature. So I was just like, why? It's like, God damn it, Tobias, why did you have to choose Art Deco when Art Deco sucks? I'm just kidding. Art Deco is fine. Tobias and people and whatever can choose whatever art movement they want, but next time don't do Art Deco, because Art Deco sucks. Just kidding, it doesn't suck. But, you know, that's like, I put these shapes here to try and make it like as Art Deco looking as I could, because I feel like, you know, a rose window, not Art Deco, and stained glass windows, not Art Deco. So that was kind of fun to kind of make ties between what I wanted to draw, because these were not commissioned. I just drew these just for fun, and so that I would make friends in the ghost groups, and essentially, yeah, they're just for fun. No one was paying me, so it was kind of, how can I, you know, as an artist and a designer, make this relevant to like the art style of the album, which Meliora had a lot of, I feel like, really specific art kind of things in it. I don't know why, but you know, like the Art Deco and like the new masks and blah, 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 and all this stuff. So it was kind of fun to try and marry what I wanted to draw, but also have it be as relevant to the source material as possible. And especially someone of me who, I took a lot of art history. I do like art history. Yeah, it was just kind of, this is me trying to like kind of marry two very different art styles together, and I think it turned out cool. I like it. I don't know. I don't know if you like it or if anyone else likes it. I don't care. I like it. So yeah. And there's these, you know, and they all have their little things so you can tell who they are. God, I've been out of the ghost fandom so long I don't even know who these people are anymore. Ooh, I don't remember. Upward pointing triangle with line. Downward pointing triangle. I think this is bass. Yeah, so we have bass here. Rhythm guitar. Lead guitar. Drums. I think I'm getting air and earth mixed up. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the best part is, of course, Papa and his face. I was so incredibly stoked on this face when I was drawing it, and I'm gonna go to like my actual, this is like my actual file that I like drew on. As you can see, I have all of my unlabeled layers over here, label layer 62, whatever. But this is like my actual drawing file, and so I can like go in and get all the details. Like, I don't know, I just, at this point in my art career, it was so hard for me to like draw a face and have it actually look like the person that I was drawing. And drawing all of the different Papas, because I think I've drawn all the Papas except for, well, okay, no, that's a lie. I've drawn Papa 2 a lot, Papa 3 a lot, and that's it. I never drew Papa 1 because he was after, like, when I was into the fandom. And actually, I should draw him. I don't know why I've never drawn Papa 1. He's obviously the coolest, so I should definitely draw him. But I was just so stoked on this face when I drew it, and as you get closer into it, you can see it's kind of messy. Like, all of my brush strokes are kind of like all over the place, and it's just like, what is this eye? It's like you can barely even see it. But then when you zoom out, I feel like it just came together so well, and it just blended so well, and I felt like it had, you know, not too much detail, but still a lot. And it's like, also like, what is this ear? What is this? That's weird. That's a bad ear. And then also you can have like little hairs coming out. Because I remember when we saw Papa 3 for the first time, everyone, myself included, lost their shit because Papa 3 had hair. We were like, he has hair! And it was really exciting. So I just wanted to show all the details on this face. Like, this is why this is my favorite piece, is I feel like I just knocked this Papa 3 face out of the park. It looks so good. It looks just like him. Zoom out. It looks so good. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, just like a lot of good details. Apple looks great. Rose window there behind. And then I added the text later and added some colors. And yeah, that is my Bloomington, Illinois Castle Theater, April 19th, 2016. That is my that date and time and location ghost poster. And I love it. I love this poster. It was so fun. Got stolen so many times, got put on bootleg things so many times, but who cares? It doesn't matter. Cool. Thanks for listening. Bye!